If you're a Lana Del Rey fan, you better listen up. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I used to be a Lana fan. I used to like a couple of her songs, but whenever somebody starts to become mainstream, I always raise an eyebrow. Because why randomly are you becoming mainstream overnight? Lana Del Rey obviously had a fan base, but back in the day, you either knew Lana or you didn't. She had her own little alternative fan base. Obviously, millions of people knew her, but you could go out and ask, do you know Lana? And people would be like, no. Whereas today, everybody knows Lana, everybody loves Lana, everybody's listening to Lana Del Rey. So when she started to blow up, I didn't really think anything of it. I just thought, dang, y'all slow, like I've been on Lana, like y'all finally catching up. I never thought that Lana was bad until my little sister decided to play this song on the TV. She put on the music video and we were watching it. Now, as we're watching it, we neared towards the end and all of a sudden it starts to get very dark. Her and like 3 other girls are all dressed in white. They go out into the wilderness and they're doing rituals underneath the full moon and there's some type of evil creatures. Has nothing to do with the song. And we just look at each other like, what's this? Like, oh dang, Lana done sold her soul too. She doing some demonic stuff. We were like, dang, can't listen to Lana no more either. Another one bites the dust. After that, we stopped listening to her. If you guys don't know by now, music is a portal used by the devil. Through music, demons, the devil, Satan, these artists, they project out different frequencies, different spells over people to enter into their homes, to enter into their minds, to encompass them and to make them curse themselves, and to allow evil spirits and evil entities into their lives. This is why if you're a Lana Del Rey fan and you listen to her a lot, this is why you're most likely sad and depressed. So after watching that music video, Lana's winning awards, she's performing now at Coachella, she's become extremely mainstream. And it's like, oh dang, homegirl done sold her soul. After the music video, I was on TikTok one day, and then all of a sudden I see Lana Del Rey has a concert, and she has this huge energy wave that knocks the whole crowd down. I don't know if y'all remember this. This was just another thing that added, and I was like, yep, I can't listen to her no more. She sold her soul. She's working with the devil. Not too long ago, that song I was telling you about with the music video was popping in my head. This song was always going through my mind. I would sing it every single day, even after knowing about Lana. I just couldn't help it. It would just replay over and over, and I was just constantly singing it and singing it. The song is Chemtrails Over the Country Club. A couple weeks ago, the song was playing again in my head and I was singing it, but this time God revealed a revelation to me about that song. I started thinking about the words and what they meant, and God was just like programming it like what she was saying in this song, and I wanted to reveal it, and it really solidified who Lana Del Rey is. If you don't know it, these are the lyrics and I'm gonna break them down to you. So I'm gonna kind of jump from verse to verse because it's gonna paint the full picture as the song continues on. The verse that started all of this was, meet you for coffee at the elementary schools. Now I thought, why would you meet for coffee at an elementary school? There's no coffee there. There's no shop. Why are you going to an elementary school as a grown person? And then this is when God started to download it into my brain. Why do you drink coffee? People drink coffee for energy. People drink coffee for adrenaline. What do we know these stars and all these celebrities, aka demons, have been doing with children? They've been taking and drinking their adrenochrome. What does adrenochrome do? Gives them energy, gives them adrenaline, gives them vitality. So she was letting us know they're going to pick out children to take their blood to get their adrenochrome. After this, I was like, okay, let me go and listen to this whole song again and read the lyrics. Like I said, I'm gonna bounce back and forth, but I'm gonna try to be quick. Wearing our jewels in the swimming pool, me and my sister just playing it cool. She's talking about being a siren, her and her siren sister. Sirens like to wear jewelry when they're in the water. They're playing underneath the sky. Take out your turquoise and all of your jewels, go to the market, the kids swimming pools. Turquoise and jewels, they're talking about stones, they're talking about witchcraft, people using stones and crystals, going to the market to shop for children at the kids swimming pools. Once again, shopping for children to get their adrenochrome. The market, the pool, kids areas. Baby, what's your sign? My moon's in Leo, my Cancer is Sun. You won't play, you're no fun. So now she's talking to somebody. She's trying to get them to join in with her in astrology, which as Christians we know is demonic. It came from the fallen angels. It came from the Watchers. The person obviously does not agree with this. They don't want to play. They don't want to be a part of demonic activity, just like people. And they're like, oh, what's your sign? They're like, oh, no, I don't believe in that. Oh, you're no fun. She's mocking him, making fun of him. Meet you for coffee, explain that. We laugh about nothing as the summer gets cool. They're laughing about their demonic play, just causing havoc, causing mayhem, just laughing about nothing while they're doing what they're doing. It's beautiful how this deep normality settles down over me. I'll come back to what she meant by that. Washing my hair, doing the laundry, late night TV, I want you only, like when we were kids under the chemtrails in country clubs. Here, she's reminiscing about when she had a body, before she became an evil spirit, a siren, a demon, because they were human, they had a life, they were part human, part fallen angel, but they had a human body. They were living and being able to inhabit this world and this earth, and that's why they're so obsessed with humans and wanting to become human, and I'm going to get to that next part. She says, you're in the wind, I'm in the water. She's referring to her being a siren and her sister or her lover being a disembodied spirit, being a demon that most people think about when they think of demons. Nobody's son, nobody's daughter. They don't have parents anymore. Their parents are long gone. They don't have any ties to anybody. That's why she says, I'm on the run with you, my sweet love. There's nothing wrong contemplating God, not being able to go to God, not being able to live with God, but being able to think about God and to think about what it might be to have him and to go to him and for him to be your father and your creator. It's beautiful how this deep normality settles down over me, meaning that she's become accustomed to this life of being a siren, being a demon, and has grown accustomed to the acts that she's committing, accepting the fact that she'll never be able to move on to the afterlife, to be with God. And yet it's never too late, baby, so don't give up. It's never too late, baby, so don't give up. Still trying to become and get to that place of being God. That's why they try to possess humans. That's why they try and interact with humans so much and be a part of humanity, to be human and take over human life so that they can aim to get to that place that humans can get to. And so they're never going to give up until the day Jesus comes back and stops all of them. And then she goes back to her astrology and everything, back to my Cancer is sun, my Leo is moon, ending this song back on demonic activities. You may think that this is crazy and I'm grabbing out of thin air, but no, like, this is all true, and these people exist, these demons exist, sirens exist. I think that's why this song was stuck in my head. You know, sirens lure men into destruction in the ocean, and this song constantly replays over and over in my head, and it gets stuck because it's a spell. So if you're listening to Lana, I highly suggest that you stop listening to her, start waking up and start learning the truth and start applying it to your life.